Initiating startup sequence.
The Restart Act, bigger than PPP, stands for Reviving the Economy Sustainably Towards a Recovery Act. It is Bill S3814, and it is coming soon to a stimulus package near you. Yeah, cut. I can't get that excited about this. It's politics. Anyway, it's a good bill, and maybe I can show it to you, and you can tell me what you think. It is supposed to be bigger than the PPP.
A crucial quote here says, I believe that something like the Restart Act will ultimately be included in our package perhaps as soon as this week. Check 1, 2. Here we go. We are looking at the breaking news here, people. We got a small business relief proposal that's even bigger than the PPP. So they say. Could be part of the next stimulus bill and has a really good bipartisan chance of being that happening. This is what a bill that is co-sponsored should look like. You know how we're doing the idle right now, and it's got 1 Republican and 6 Democrats. However, this one has 47 current co-sponsors, and if you look at it from right here, starting on the 5th, the 21st of January, February, March, April, May, it started with Todd Young here and Michael Bennet, Democrat and Republican. And here we have a independent from Maine, senator in there. Then we got Kramer from Republican, Democrat, Republican, Democrat. This is what bipartisan is supposed to be, people. This is when you see all these people here. This is when you know that your bill has a lot of legs to stand on, and it's looking like Republican, Democrat, Republican. This is what bipartisanship is looking like. And it's looking like the Restart Act is going to be part of the lives of small business owners now. So with this news, let me go into the text and show you what the Restart Act is. And I remember if you watched the video today that I was showing you about the underserved businesses, which is businesses for minorities and women and those that have been underserved by big banks and stuff like that, those that don't have the credentials that the bigger businesses have. Partisan proposal, small business relief that is even broader than the Paycheck Protection Program, seems to be gaining a lot of traction. It said traction, but I'm going to say a lot. So this is good for you if you were a minority or an underserved party and all of this. So I'm going to go down here. Okay, underserved. I'm going back here. The term underserved borrower. We're probably going to be saying that a lot right now, as I brought it up today. And it's a good point to bring up because it's important. This is where a lot of us are going to be standing. A lot of you are going to be standing as far as where we're at with this. Let's see. Is a business underserved borrower means the business concern that has traditionally had difficulty accessing finance, including business concerns that have fewer than 25 employees and do not have strong relationship with the bank, are owned or controlled by minorities, are owned or controlled by women, are owned or controlled by veterans, including service-disabled veterans, as those terms are defined in Section 3Q of the Small Business, blah, 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 are located in low-income and rural communities, including those areas eligible for assistance under Section 45D. Okay, but that's what I wanted to get to. It's really targeting this is another package that's going to be targeting the minorities and the women in those types of businesses, even with fewer than 25 employees. That's, in my book, that's a small business. That's what I'm kind of, the more this channel is dealing with are those businesses that have under 25 employees. And sole proprietors and independent contractors and stuff like that, But here we go. We are looking at this bill. No payments for 12 months. No payments shall be due on interest and are covered for 12 months of the covered loan. So that's really another big boost. Nonprofits are eligible for this as well. Down here, $150,000 to remain available until expended. It's a big bill, and it's looking like it's gonna happen, guys. This is a bill that actually it's looking a lot better than the idle grant right now. The proposal would create a new longer-term program federally guaranteed with low-rate loans, some of them forgivable, with terms up to 7 years for businesses with up to 5,000 employees. Wow, that's a lot of employees. It's still a big business. but they call it small business. The PPP, on the other hand, originally provided 2-year loans for businesses with up to 500, with forgiveness tied to quickly hiring back all workers. PPP loans made after June 5th have a 5-year life. While PPP loans are forgivable for all recipients, if certain conditions are met, restart loans would be forgivable to all, wouldn't be forgivable at all for public companies. Public companies are a company that is in the stock market. Okay, so that probably isn't you if you're a smaller business. The Restart Act is targeted towards businesses that have been hit the hardest by economic slowdown, so that the amount of the loan forgiveness would depend on the amount of revenue that the recipient has lost. That sounds fair. Now, but there we go. We're going to have to prove what we lost with this. Restart loan terms would also allow the money to be used for a wider variety of expenses, including not just payroll, but operating costs and including personal protective equipment like masks and gloves, in order to help more businesses stay afloat in the long term. PPP loans were primarily geared towards keeping workers on the payroll in the short term and were more restrictive. That's why PPP loans, you have to have 60% or more of it was supposed to be on payroll only. And I guess they're lightening the restrictions on this. A crucial quote here says, I believe that something like the Restart Act will ultimately be included in our package perhaps as soon as this week.